Deacon Sakari, we back at it like a crack addict. They done let them bruise in the dough in this wicked industry to shine the light. They done let them bruise in the dough. Oh shit. They done let them bruise in the dough. They done let them bruise in the dough. They done let them bruise in the dough. We ain't going nowhere. Hebrews. They done let them bruise in the dough. They done let them bruise in the dough. Look, Joe Biden need to free Dark Low. The hell is wrong with dude? No Alamolek, but I got perfect vision in the dark. I'm a lexicon, I'm a megalodon, all my verses ripping them apart. Mosaic law, what the church is missing, it's the worst religion from the start. In my soul, where the word is written out, that circumcision of the heart. I'm rocking my fringes, I'm in Seattle, rocking like Hendrix. No industry gimmicks, you rappers are finished, I'm kicking it off the hinges. Throwing stones like you sinless till you get the business. You should have repented in a minute, this truth is endless. They loving the image, I know what happened to Kim. I keep my pencil on point, no sharpener. Used to weigh pounds of troll, I lay down the flow like carpenters. She causing division in the sisterhood, I'm marking on. I'm preparing the way for the harvester, I'm a harbinger. Cops hop out, we bail on them. Leviticus, I like my fish with scales on them. Ask Chief Ephraim, he could vouch. We be putting in the work while you sitting on the couch. Camp haters quiet as a mouse. Y'all ready? Shout out to my brother Austin Trout. Just as a reminder, if there's doubt, I wear every single fringe, even when I'm in the house. Get all your truth music at deaconsakari.com. That's 9 albums. We even got a couple free for y'all. Support the cause, y'all. I see a lot of haters. I knew it would come with it. Rap game full of evil and sin, and I don't want none of it. They bite my style. They just want to take it and run with it. Sakari Varsity Online Academy, specializing in Hebrew apologetics. Come learn how to defend the gospel. Email sakariseattle@gmail.com. Limited registration. Or your one-hit wonder list. You can call me the deacon, but just put the strong right in front of it. World of sin, sedition of men. I know the Most High is my ruler. My neighborhood full of drug deals, blood spills from fire and Rugers. These niggas getting crazy. I seen them do a drive-by in the Uber. I tell them come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of Lion of Judah. But some people think we finally back on. Children's Bibles with black and brown images. I know a lot of y'all been waiting. A lot of people on back order. We still got some though. Put your order in before it's too late. I'm gonna start having them regularly, Lord willing. But get it in, let's go. Hit me up, DM. Even your head wrap, stay dipped, stay brewed, dripping. All right, deaconsakari.com. All right, y'all, go to czyn.network. czyn.network. We done with Patreon. No more Patreon. czyn.network. You're going to get videos too hot for YouTube or early releases. So go sign up. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Not only do you get Deacon Sakari's content, you get Guerrilla Hebrew content, Hassad content, other camps putting their content on this platform. We need our own app, so sign up using promo code Deacon Sakari. czyn.network. It's our own app, our own platform. The white man can no longer subvert or hide or try to censor this truth. So sign up and get this heat. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Promo code Deacon Sakari. Promo code Deacon Sakari. CZYN.
Go! Yahweh, I'm giving you all my attention. It's you I'ma please. I am not a dream chaser, but when it comes to Yahweh, you can bet I be meek. You better not be twerking when you hear the beat. No, this ain't for the wicked and freaks. She wanna be Jezebel, I tell her go to hell. I do not think we should meet.
Everybody go to Saint LaFlame's YouTube to get the full video. I'm co-signing him. He's up next. Introducing Super Thanks. YouTube has now added a feature where you can donate if you missed the live show by just clicking the heart button with the thanks on it. It'll be on every video. It'll highlight your comment to bring more attention to your statement. So if it's on your heart, super thanks. Shalom. Popping mollies and putting powder in your nostrils. We be in the trenches, needles under benches, we be giving them the gospel. I keep 12 Sakari members with me, we be moving like apostles. True. Some sisters is dead traps, hair rascals, you still a thought though. The church don't even know the truth, they can even tell you an Israelite. And the Arabs selling you all the switches and the malt liquor are the Ishmaelites. You can show a nigga slave ships in the Bible, still won't get it right. Until the time's out, then a nigga gotta find out what them missiles like.
Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Let me get my ring light going. Let me get my lighting right up in here. Everybody hit that like button. It's going down. Okay. All right, y'all. You know I got this Sakari purple and gold. I got the Sakari purple and gold, man. Shout out to IUIC. You know, purple's royalty, though, at the end of the day. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters in this thing. Let's start this off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. We do so by Shema Mashiach Yahushai. Hit that like button, y'all. We got a powerful class, powerful prophecy. If y'all don't agree with what Mystery Babylon is or where Mystery Babylon is, I'm willing to invite you on here for the smoke today. Hold on one second. All right, my apologies, y'all. Let's do this. So what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? I had a lot, when I queued this class up, I had a lot of people already in the chat already when I queued this class up. I don't know if it was because of my funny thumbnail. I've been doing funny thumbnails lately, clickbait thumbnails, but it's good. It works out. And, you know, I guess people like to see my handsome face, maybe. I don't know. But when I do my thumbnails like that with my picture and then the meme, it circulates better, I guess. But either way, y'all, let's start this by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, and we do so by Shema Mashiach Yahushai. What does that mean? That means all praises to the Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right? Peace, love, and blessings to the true children of Israel, the real Jews, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who fit biblical prophecy, who have the matching archaeology and can corroborate it and substantiate it in history. Excuse me. With that being said, you guys see the title, America. See, a Christian would love to say that America is not in the Bible. A Christian would love to say that America is not in the Bible. Why? Because they are scared of the judgment. They don't want the judgment. They don't want the recompense that the Most High is going to give this place for what they did to the children of Israel. And guess what, everybody? They knowingly did it to the children of Israel. I know you guys seen that source with what did Thomas Jefferson said, if there is a God, then we have hell to pay for what we did. Yet they kept doing it. Even Kissinger told whatever president that was, that the Negroes in America are the wandering Jews. He said it. We got the sources to prove it. And even before that, when they went into the shores and the interiors of West Africa, they took us. We were in the land of Judah, the land of Aladah, the Igbo, the Ashanti, the Yoruba. I may be missing a few more, but they knew who we were. They knew who they were stealing. The neighboring tribes knew we weren't their people, so they even helped and were accomplice. You know, here's a scripture that I have yet to see a Jewish person or a Christian break down, or somebody who believes that Esau is the Arabs. The niggas that believe Esau is the Arabs and that Esau is not the white man, they have yet to answer this scripture for me. They have yet to. Amos chapter 1 and verse 9. For thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgression of Tyrus, the Canaanites, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they delivered up the whole captivity to Edom, and remember not the brotherly covenant. See, we had a covenant with Hiram, a certain individual from a certain sect of the Canaanites. King Solomon did. We had that brotherly covenant with them in that time. That was broken when the Hamite Canaanites took us and sold us to the Edomites. Nobody can show me where this happened in history. Bible commentary can't show me where it happened in history. One second. Neither can a nigga that say Esau's the Arabs show me that in history. Right? Yeah. So, but we see where it did. We know when it happened. Let me change my layout here. We know where it happened. It happened in West Africa. When the tribes who weren't our people, first we were stolen from the white man, of course. 1441, Prince Henry of Portugal stole us from West Africa. They started stealing us. Then later on, neighboring tribes who knew we weren't their people took a bribe from the white man, took guns, gunpowder, other things to come against us and to capture us and sell us to Edomites. So nobody can tell me where in the hell this happened at, where some Canaanites sold the whole captivity, meaning a massive amount of Israelites to Edomites. Oh, well, we can tell you where it happened. West Africa. That's a question we got to ask a Jewish person. That's a question we got to ask a Christian. That's a question we got to ask a silly Negro that believe the Edomites are the Arabs. You understand? So going back to the lesson, America in the Bible, Christians don't like to say that it's in the Bible, but they're sadly mistaken. It's all through the Bible. Spiritually Egypt, it's mystery Babylon, it's spiritually Sodom. It's called the land of the North. It is North America. It's called the North Country. So it's called many things in the Bible. Of course, it's called the beast. It's called the whore. Brother Jalen Howard, the water for the super chat donation. Really appreciate you. And also to Judah Israel. Good to see you, King. All praise to the Most High. Hit that like button. Let's get into some deep prophecy. This is serious. It's serious. You have to measure the time diligently, the Bible says. Measure the time diligently. Know where we're at on the prophetic timeline. So you lazy ass niggas can say, okay, I got time. Let me keep fucking off. Excuse my language. And I'm joking about that. But people be saying that. People be saying they want to see, they need more time. I'm going to serve God when I turn 21. 21 gets here. I'm going to serve God when I turn 30. 30 gets here. I'm going to serve God. And you prolong it and prolong it and prolong it. Ain't no time to slack. Ain't no time to slack. That's right, brother. Right? So let's go into it. When the Bible talks about Leviathan, what is it talking about? When the Bible talks about the old serpent, what is it talking about? When the Bible talks about the dragon, what is it talking about? It's all synonymous. Now, I want to make this clear first. I want to make this clear. Leviathan in the Bible represents three things. We went through this before. I'll say it again. To rule Israel, the water for the super chat donation. Yahweh Shem Shakatah, my dear beloved brother. When you read about Leviathan in the Bible, it is an actual sea monster. It is an actual sea monster. And it also represents, in different contexts, it represents all aquatic life, all the life in the sea, all the aquatic life in the sea. And then sometimes in certain scriptures, it represents an oppressive, wicked kingdom. An oppressive, wicked kingdom. This is a fact. So when you read about Leviathan, it represents an actual sea monster, a huge sea monster. It represents all aquatic life, or it represents an oppressive kingdom. You understand? So it depends on which verse you go to. Now, the actual word for Leviathan, we're going to talk about how prophetically, when it's the prophetic language dealing with Leviathan, represents an oppressive kingdom. And the scripture we're going to go to is going to prove that America is called Leviathan. Well, what is Leviathan? What is it? Let's go through this in order. Isaiah 27:1, right? Before we read it, I just want to get the word for Leviathan so you guys can have a better understanding of what Leviathan is. This is the word in the Hebrew. Look at this, a sea monster or a dragon? Sea monster or a dragon? Keep that in mind. Remember in Revelation, it calls Mystery Babylon the Great Red Dragon. It calls the Roman Empire, I'm sorry, not Mystery Babylon, but the beast system of today is called the Great Dragon. The Roman Empire, that beast system is called what? The Great Dragon. Keep that in mind. That's a Leviathan, right? And then you'll see it's called a serpent. You'll see it's called a serpent as well. Look, i.e. serpent, a wreathed animal, a wreathed animal. Keep that in mind. So Leviathan means what? A serpent, a dragon. Oh, look at this. Look at what the white man's going to tell you guys. Look at this. Also a symbol of Babylon. I didn't even know that was there. How did I read this so many times and didn't know that was there? So now you guys will believe it because the white man told you. Now, now watch this though, everybody. Is he talking about ancient Babylon or modern day mystery Babylon? Well, every time it's mentioned, it can't be in reference. We're gonna prove that it's talking about today's mystery Babylon. We're going to disprove that it's talking about ancient Babylon. Now watch this. Watch this. Keep in mind, right? Dragon, serpent. Dragon, serpent. Watch this. So in Isaiah 27 and 1, Isaiah 27 and 1, look at the title, The Deliverance of Israel. We were not delivered from Babylon. Strike one. When we went from Babylon, we were under the Persians, and that was a captivity. By primary sources like Nehemiah and Ezra said that. So there was no deliverance from ancient Babylon. It was a transferring from captivity to captivity. Watch what it says, though. In that day, what day? We're going to find out. The Lord, with his sore and great and strong sword, shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent. And Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon in the sea. So we see the definition. It's called a serpent and a dragon. But even in the prophetic verse, it's called a serpent and a dragon. When did God do this? He didn't destroy Babylon. He didn't punish ancient Babylon. There was not even a war. When you read the Babylonian Chronicles and the Cyrus Cylinder, there wasn't even a war between the Persians and the Babylonians. They surrendered to the Persians. So the Most High didn't destroy that place and punish that place. And we know this ain't talking about God going into the... How can we prove that this is not talking about the actual sea monster? How this is talking about an empire, a kingdom? God ain't finna go and take a deep sea somersault dive into the ocean and go kill a sea monster for what? The sea monster ain't ever oppressed us. This is talking about this Leviathan is the one oppressing us. Therefore, it's going to get destroyed, and that we need deliverance from this Leviathan. So to get a context, because look, the Bible was not written with chapters. The Bible was not written in chapters. So it's saying in that day. The very first verse is saying in that day. So we got to go back to Isaiah 26 to figure out which day this is that God is going to punish this Leviathan, because this Leviathan, this dragon, this serpent is oppressing us. Michael Williams, the Water King, Yahweh Shem Yeshua, I greatly appreciate you. Hit that like button, y'all. This is real food. And this is a buffet today. Usually I'd just be giving all this type of stuff to Sakari Varsity. And shout out to Sakari Varsity Online Academy, specializing in Hebrew apologetics. This is a buffet today. So let's go to Isaiah 26 to figure out which day this is. Well, before I do that, no. And after we do that, we're going to go to precepts. Because you might say, oh, well, I know the white man, James Strong, said Leviathan can mean dragon or serpent, and it also can mean an oppressive kingdom. But you got to show me that with precepts. We're going to show you God literally calling these oppressive, wicked kingdoms and empires serpents, leviathans, and dragons. We're going to show that. It's very simple. So let's figure out which day this is first, so we can disqualify this being about ancient Babylon and speed this up to right now. Watch. Let's go to Isaiah 26. What day is this? What day is this? It says 26 and 1, in that day. Now I could go back further to Isaiah 25, but I'm not, because that's going to take some time. Thawada Awakening Sister, greatly appreciate you. How much? Somebody said the gods, plural, of the Bible are not true gods. What? TNT, let's have a debate. I will prove everybody the Bible has used words from Thoth and many others 40K years prior. TNT, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, brother? Uh, listen, somebody just time him out. Whenever you see him, time him out. Don't hide him now, because I might open it up after I get done with this presentation. Don't block him from the channel. Just keep timing him out. And if he sits around long enough to really learn, then after I'm done, maybe I'll bring him up here. But he's already talking bugged out. Anyway, we want to figure out which day this is that God is going to destroy Leviathan. And we're going to figure out what Leviathan this is, right? Because it says in that day. So let's go back to figure out which day. Let's get the context. Isaiah 26:1. Look at this. In that day shall this song be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. Salvation will God appoint for walls and bulwarks. So now we see its salvation. We see its salvation. Open ye the gates. Hold on, everybody. I know some of y'all gonna get mad, but I gotta say what the Bible says. Some of y'all get mad. Some of y'all gonna be mad, but I gotta say what the Bible says. Open ye the gates. Remember, Isaiah 60 says, the gates will be open continuously, that these nations can come in and bring us their gold and silver and honor and serve us. Open ye the gates, that the righteous nation which keepeth the truth may enter in. So when this is happening, this is given end time connotation, kingdom connotation. So this is calling the other nations that are coming in. Now, how are they going to be righteous in this time? How are they going to be righteous and keep the truth? Because we're going to be teaching them the law, statutes, and commandments. So let's not get it twisted, everybody. The Gentile nations are going into captivity, hardcore bondage for 1,000 years, and they will always be under us, serving us. But we have to talk about the full scope of eternity. After that, after their punishment, we will be teaching them the law, statutes, and commandments. The whole world will be at peace. They will be under us. They will still be serving us and submitting to us, but they will be learning the law, statutes, and commandments and coming into our gates and offering sacrifices and offerings to us and to the Most High. It's just what the book says. We can't shut the heathen out forever. After they get their payback, the whole world will be at peace in a paradise. So they should want us to rule, because we are going to be the ones that establish and put order in the earth. It's just what the book says. We are the only ones but we are going to be the only ones that have the iron rod to beat the hell out of the other nations. That's our job. All right. I know some of y'all got mad. You think the heathen going to be punished forever. That's not what the book say. But it's going to be 1,000 years of my foot up they ass sideways. Stacey Adams up they ass. Stacey Adams loafers up they ass 45-degree angle sideways. What's that? What is that? 9 o'clock. Up they ass 9 o'clock way. Up they ass 9 o'clock pinche way. Right? So look what it says. We're getting the context for verse 27, for Isaiah 27:1. It says, thou will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. Trust ye in the Lord forever, for the Lord Yahweh is everlasting strength. For he bringeth down them that dwell on high. The lofty city, he layeth it low. He layeth it low, even to the ground, he bringeth it even to the dust. Right? So some great city. Remember what Babylon, Revelation said? That great city Babylon came in remembrance before the Lord. Hold up. Here we go. And great Babylon came in remembrance before the Lord. Okay, here we go. Revelation 16:19, I think that is. And the great city was divided into three parts. Anyway, Revelation is called Mystery Babylon is called the great city. So some great city is going to be brought, and this is end time connotation, is going to be brought low even to the dust. Even to the dust, right? Verse 26, the foot shall tread it down, even the feet of the poor and the steps of the needy. Wow. So whoever the lowly of the earth are, remember it says, give her double the cup. Give her double the cup. The way of the just is uprightness. Thou most upright does weigh the path of the just. Yea, in the way of the judge, thy judgments, O Lord, have we waited for thee. The desire of our soul is to thy name and the remembrance of thee. With my soul have I desired thee in the night. Yea, with the spirit within me, I will seek thee early. For when thy judgments are in the earth, the inhabitants of the world will learn righteousness. This is end time connotation. If you're just joining, you might be asking, why are you reading this? Because we're proving that Leviathan is talking about an oppressive kingdom and not just a sea monster in every context. And so the Strong said it was ancient, it was Babylon. So we got to figure out if this is ancient Babylon or modern day mystery Babylon, that's Leviathan, which would be America. And clearly by Isaiah 26, the context, this is end time connotation. The whole world has not learned righteousness. Let's keep going. Watch this though. This is for the Jewish community. I got to read this for you guys. Isaiah 26:10. Look what it says. Let favor be showed to the wicked, because the Lord has prolonged their judgment, right? But watch what he says. Yet he will not learn righteousness. Wow. Because 85% of the Jewish community are secular, meaning they don't believe in the Torah. Look at this though, everybody. In the land of uprightness, Israel, he will deal unjustly. Woo! Hold on a second. So this is end time connotation. This time about the eschaton, right? The end time. And it says, the wicked. Well, we know who the wicked are of the earth. The Bible says the wicked of the earth are the Edomites, and the Edomites happen to be the Caucasian. He will not learn right. In the land of uprightness. So there's going to be a wicked, the wicked in our land, dealing unjustly, and they will not behold the majesty of the Lord. Man, none of them guys are repenting. They're talking about Christians think those are the people, and in the future there's going to be this great awakening of their community. You're right. So it says, verse 11, Lord, when thy hand is lifted up, when thy hand is lifted up, when thy hand is lifted up, they will not see. Meaning when he's about to destroy them, they're not going to see it. They're not going to see it coming, but they shall see after it's done and be ashamed of their envy at the people. Who's this talking about? The same people that will be the wicked in our land. Wow. And it says, they'll be ashamed for their envy at the people, because they're envious of us, because they know we are the true descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yea, the fire of thy enemies shall devour them. And look what it says. God's saying that his enemies are going to destroy them. So God is going to call the nations together to destroy them. Verse 12, Lord, thou will ordain peace for us. What's up? When? When? Yeah. So it says, Lord, thou will ordain peace for us, For thou hast also wrought all our works in us, O Lord our God. Other lords besides thee have had dominion over us. You know what this means? That other masters, other lords, other kings have had dominion over us till this day, but by thee only will we make mention of thy name. They are dead, they shall not live. They are deceased, they shall not rise. What does this mean, everybody? That they're never going to come into power again after this happens. The Israelites will be the apex in the ethnic hierarchy and hegemony of the whole world. Therefore hast thou visited and destroyed them and made all their memory to perish. I'm sorry, excuse me. Wow, I broke that down wrong. Right now, he's still talking about the wicked who are in our land. Well, who are the wicked in our land? The Edomites. Remember, the Edomites will be exterminated. So look what this says in verse 14. They are dead, they shall not live. They are deceased, they shall not rise. Therefore, thou hast visited and destroyed them. Who? Those people in our land, the Edomites, and made all their memory to perish. How is he going to make the wicked people in our land today who are Edomites, Caucasians, to perish? By Obadiah 1:18. Exterminante. That's heavy. Now watch this. This is all end time prophecy. Thou hast increased the nation. He's going to increase us. He's going to increase us. O Lord, thou hast increased the nation. Thou art glorified. Thou hast removed it far unto all the ends of the earth. Our kingdom will be worldwide. Our kingdom will be worldwide. You understand? It will be a worldwide influence. They already want to be like us. Every nation wants to be like us, even though we're pieces of garbage right now. The lowest under the poverty line, the highest unemployment rate, the most mental health, the most divorce, the most killed, the most stressed, the most the most excelling in every statistic as it pertains to oppression, subjugation, disenfranchising, and marginalizing, and they still want to be like us. So imagine how our kingdom is going to, when it says remove it to far unto all the ends of the earth, imagine the worldwide influence that we're going to, the universal influence that we're going to have at that point. Right? Lord, in trouble they have visited thee. They pour out a prayer when thy chastening was upon them. Like a woman, like as a woman with child, that draweth near the time of her delivery is in pain and crieth out in the pain, so have we been in thy sight. What the hell are the people in Israel crying for? Nothing. They got it all and got protection. They got sovereignty, autonomy, and everything else. But we, the people, will be in a state when this is being fulfilled. In these times right now, we will be in a state of mourning and sighing and crying for what's happening to us and all of the other abominations that will be done in the midst thereof. Right? Verse 18, we have been with child. What does this mean? We are waiting and waiting for the kingdom, and it's like nothing's happening. When I came into this truth, 09-ish, circa, we thought the world would end a couple years later. The elders thought the world would end 2000. Before that, people thought the world would end the turning of the 19th century. So we are expecting childbirth, which childbirth represents the kingdom of heaven. We are expecting that, but it's like it always looks like it's coming and then it doesn't, but though it tarry, wait for it. It says, we have been with child. We have been in pain. Look at what it says. We have, as it were, brought forth wind. Imagine a woman going a full 9 months pregnant, having birth pains and everything, and then when it's time to deliver, she queefs. You know what that queef means, right? It means when a woman, you should know what a queef means. So that's what that's what Isaiah is saying about us as a people in these times, in the end times. And even back then, they wanted the kingdom to come. They wanted the promises to come. Even the time of Christ, they said, will you at this time restore the kingdom to Israel? Will you at this time give us the kingdom? It says in Luke that they thought the kingdom would immediately appear. And now, even to this day, we're expecting the kingdom. And it's like we're in pain with a child to bring forth the kingdom, but there's no child that's coming out, is just queefing. We have not wrought any deliverance in the earth. Watch this. Neither have the inhabitants of the world fallen. Neither have the nations and empires of the world fell. He's speaking prophetically, not during his time, during our time. Isaiah knew, because God gave him the word, that there will be many kingdoms after his time. When did Isaiah even exist? 740 to 750 BC. He knew the Assyrians were in power. He knew the Babylonians would come. He tells you that in Isaiah 21. He knew the Medes would come. He tells you that in Isaiah 21. He knew the Persians would come. He knew that there would be a future king. He knew that Rome would come. He knew that the Greeks would come. He knew that America would come. So we can't be talking about his time. This is all eschatological. Thy dead men shall live. Together with my dead body, they shall rise. He's talking about the resurrection. He did not think that the resurrection would happen in his time. So we're just establishing context here. For those of you who are impatient, we're about to get into how America is Leviathan. The dragon, the serpent is all Leviathan. So he's talking about the resurrection. Awake and sing, ye that dwell in the dust. This is the resurrection. For thy dew is as the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead. So anybody who wants to try to say, oh, that resurrection stuff in the New Testament, this is why I don't believe in the New Testament. This is why I don't believe in the New Testament, because it talks about a resurrection. Well, here's Isaiah the prophet talking about the resurrection. Daniel chapter 12 talks about the resurrection. Job himself talks about a resurrection. Understand? Now look at this. We're almost done. 2 more verses. Come, my people. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers. Yeah, somebody just hide. TNT, just hide him. He's blocked. Go ahead and make a new channel. That'll be blocked. Make another channel. That'll be blocked. You know, YouTube gives you limitless blocking access, right? Anyway, so enter into thy chambers. This is talking about the wedding chambers. How are we going to get delivered? By way of what the world would call UFOs, chariots. Into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Whoo. And hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment. Because only in 1 hour, we're only going to need to get beamed up in these chariots over here in the Americas and Mystery Babylon for a small moment, because it says only 1 hour until Babylon is destroyed. And it says, until the indignation be overpassed. So until we're going to be in these chariots, right? Until the indignation be overpassed, until that thermonuclear destruction is finished. Verse 21. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. It hasn't happened yet, everybody. This is why we love context, because watch this. Everybody who stuck around for this whole chapter, Watch how it flows into the next chapter. So the Lord's going to come out. The earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain. Right? Now, in that day, in which day? Clearly in times. This ain't talking about ancient Babylon. In that day, the Lord with his sword and great strong sword shall punish Leviathan. In the day where he's talking about all of that, the resurrection, the chariots of God, delivering the Israelites, punishing everybody on the earth. Then he says, in that day, with his sword, he will punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent. I want to jump the gun, but I'm going to come back. I want to jump the gun. Remember, everybody got all bugged out in Revelation 20:2 when it says, and he laid hold on that dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan. We're going to get there. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good. So Leviathan in the Hebrew definition is called a dragon and a serpent. And even in the verse, it's called the piercing serpent, crooked serpent, and a dragon. So now you understand why it's saying, why it's calling this dragon here in Revelation, which is the Roman Empire in certain verses in Revelation, and then it's NATO and EU, the NATO and EU with America at the top, and the water Sha'al Yasharal, greatly appreciate you, King Yahweh freaking thought, right? So now you see why Revelation is calling this dragon, John in Revelation is calling this dragon old. Why is it calling it old? Well, we're going to get there. It's very simple. It's just like the rest of the old, meaning what? Today, we're in an oppressive empire, and we're in an oppressive kingdom, just like in the old times, in the ancient times. Old is synonymous with ancient. Just like in the ancient world, we were in an oppressive serpent or oppressive dragon, i.e. Egypt, Babylon, actual ancient Babylon, Assyria, Persia, Greece, Rome, so on. We're going to get there, though. Let's not jump the gun. This is good. We got time today, right? So verse 21, Isaiah chapter 27, verse 1. And that day the Lord with his sword and great strong sword shall punish Leviathan. Now, I got to be a little redundant because people leave off and come back, and there's new people that join the broadcast who have not been here for the last hour. Is Leviathan an actual sea monster? Yes. Sometimes does it represent all aquatic life? Yes. Sometimes does it represent an oppressive kingdom, such as like so right here? Yes. Now, this oppressive kingdom, this Leviathan here is not ancient Babylon, because we just proved with context that it's all end time connotation. So this would have to be whatever kingdom is ruling the world upon the arrival of Christ and the deliverance of the Israelites, which would be America at the top of what? NATO and EU, the beast system. So technically, this Leviathan is going to be America, NATO, and EU together. I know I said America. America is comprised of that. Rob Judah, Abir the Water King for the Super Chat donation. Barakatah, my beloved, right? So he's going to punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent. Remember, the Hebrew word means a wreathed animal. And he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. Ooh, I want to jump the gun. You know what? I am going to jump the gun, because after this, it's just talking about our iniquity being purged and things of that nature, right? Now, watch this. Now, watch this, everybody. Watch this. Why is it calling it the dragon in the sea? You guys should know that already. Why is it calling this the dragon in the sea? Because remember, everybody, the whore is riding on a dragon, right? Now look at this. Look at this. So Revelation 17:1, and there came unto me the seven angels, right? The judgment of the great whore. We're going to come back here. That sitteth on many waters. So as we can see, look at this. I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet colored beast. This is the great dragon that the woman is sitting on. But this dragon is sitting on many waters. It's ruling over the people of the earth. The sea represents people, right? Exactly. The waters represent people. Verse 15 tells you that. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Right? We're going to come back here. We're going to come back here. Now, you guys might say, Deacon, show me where in the Bible it literally states that in the text that an ancient kingdom or a kingdom or empire can be called a dragon or Leviathan or a serpent, right? Okay, let's give two examples, right? Let's give a few examples. Ezekiel 29:3. Look what this says, right? Ezekiel 29:2. Ezekiel 29:2. Son of man, set thy face against Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and prophesy against him and against all of Egypt. Subject matter. Context, who? Egypt. It's going to get more specific. Look at this. Speak and say, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I am against thee, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, the great dragon that lieth in the midst of his rivers. Which said, my river is mine own, and I have made it for myself. Now, this is clearly, without interpretation, identifying Egypt as a great dragon. What does Leviathan mean? A dragon or a serpent. So we see here a plain reading of the text, black and white, that Egypt is called a great dragon. So Egypt would be a Leviathan. It's that simple. Egypt will be a Leviathan. So when we go back to, we're going to get to Revelation. When we see this great dragon, when we see it says old serpent, we know it's talking about a kingdom. Which kingdom though? We got to identify it, right? So clearly right here though, we can conclude in Isaiah 27 that verse 1, that this end time Leviathan, this dragon, this serpent will be the end time world rulers. Well, what does the Bible say? Esau is the end of the world. So whoever the Edomites are, they are this Leviathan. Their power structure, their system is this Leviathan in prophecy. And that would be none other than America with the NATO and EU, right? Let's go to another example. Isaiah 51:9. Look what this says, everybody. Awake, awake, put on strength. There's other food in there. Yeah. No. You better have some real food. Kia, where your mom at? Tell her to make you guys some of that leftover food. They don't need to be eating no microwave food or snacks or sweets or none of that right now at this hour. That I put that Salakia, y'all. So Isaiah 51:9, another example. Awake, awake, put on strength, O arm of the Lord. Awake as in the ancient days, in the generations of old. Watch this though. Are not thou, not it that hath cut Rahab and wounded the dragon? So now the Bible is identifying Rahab as a dragon. What is Rahab? Who knows what Rahab is off the top of the dome? Y'all don't know. I mean off the top of the dome. Don't be Googling and stuff. Who knows what it is? Five, four, three, two, one. Y'all are all done. Rahab, we got almost 600 people in here. Y'all know what Rahab is? Rahab is an emblematic name of Egypt. Rahab is the emblematic name for Egypt, an epithet for Egypt. So basically, another name for Egypt. Alum, the Water King, greatly appreciate you. How about you, Mr. Qatar? Greatly appreciate you, my dear beloved. Right? So this is another name for Egypt. So we see here Egypt again being called a dragon. Dragon being synonymous rather, with Leviathan and with a serpent. It's all a distinction without a difference, synonymous, interchangeable. If you say Leviathan, you could be saying a serpent, or a dragon. If you say a dragon, you can talk about a serpent, Leviathan, so on and so forth. It's all the same, but distinction without a difference. So we got Egypt being called the dragon, Egypt being called the dragon, and the serpent, Leviathan. This is all examples of oppressive kingdoms being called Leviathan. Now, when we get to Revelation 13, and it talks about verse 1, it says, and I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his 10 horns, 10 crowns, and upon his head the names of blasphemy. This is talking about the ancient Roman Empire, another Leviathan, because it's identified as a dragon. It's identified as a dragon, right? Now I want you guys to keep in mind, watch this. Verse 3. This is going to bless somebody. I know it is. Verse 3 says, and I saw one of his heads as it was wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. So the ancient Roman Empire, 10 crowns, 10, right? It was comprised of 10 kingdoms, 7 heads, right? One of the heads had a wound, but his deadly wound was healed. So some kingdom that was a part of the Roman Empire would fizzle out and then be rebirthed to birth the new revised Roman Empire, NATO, and EU. Watch this. That was a part of the Roman Empire would fizzle out. The hell? Salakia. Reyes 144 at the water for the super chat donation. Greatly appreciate you. All praises. So keep that in mind, right? When did this deadly wound start? I'm gonna see who's a prophet in here. Can we go into the Bible? And I'll throw you guys a bone. Where in Revelation does it say the wound started? And where does it say how long it would? I'm giving you guys too much. What does it say in Revelation that the wound started? And how long does it say the wound would last? I'm giving you guys too much information here. I know the chat is 18 seconds behind. So, there we go. Malo 3 times. Malo 3 times. Hopefully, I'm saying that right. Malo 3 times ruined. 1,000 years. Listen, everybody. In the book of Revelation, it tells you how long that this wound would last. 1,000 years. The wound would last 1,000 years. How do I know? Well, let's go. Right? Let's go to Revelation 20 in verse 1. Revelation 20 in verse 1. Y'all ain't right today, man. Y'all ain't get one. Judah Israel got it right. There we go. Malo 3 times brewing, he got it right about the time frame, but he's wrong on when it started. Right? But he's not super off though. So look what it says in Revelation 20. Let's see how long the wound will last on the Roman Empire. It says, and I saw an angel come down from heaven having the key to the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. This angel is, some say, Septimius Severus, because he's the Israelite who really started, infiltrating the ancient Roman Empire. Some say it's an angel that, that's how the Lord implements his agenda on the earth. He'll send an angel to influence that king over that kingdom, right? The bottomless pit is, of course, Europe. Why? There's a few reasons. It's depleted of natural minerals and resources, earthly, and also it's the place where there's the most death and casualties, whether it be from war, diseases, etc. Now, verse 2 says this, and he laid hold on that dragon. Remember, this dragon is talking about the Roman Empire, that old serpent. How is it an old serpent? Because it's the same, just like the ancient oppressive kingdoms before the Roman Empire, they're just like that. Assyria, Egypt, Babylon, Persian, Greeks, etc., right? Which is the devil and Satan. Now, why is it mentioning the spirit, the devil and Satan? Well, these people are the devil. These people are devils who are occupying or who established the Roman Empire. And Satan. Why is it grouping the spiritual demon Satan here? Because they are Satan's chosen people. Just like God has a chosen people, Satan has a chosen people. They're the most wicked. Anything that you can say about Satan, you can say about the white man, the Caucasian, the Edomite man. Literally, they're interchangeable. And bound him 1,000 years. So that's how long the wound lasted from this dragon that was the Roman Empire, 1,000 years. That's how long the wound lasted. And after that, it came back by Great Britain, because Great Britain was a part of the ancient Roman Empire. They were the first to rebirth, and then they gave birth to who? America. Establishing the revised Roman Empire, also known as NATO and EU. Right? Where's another one? So when we read Revelation 13, this great red dragon or great dragon, it says great red dragon or great dragon. Either way, why is it red? You guys should know that. This is the Roman Empire, but then there's another beast that come up and speak as a dragon. This is America. So you see all these oppressive empires are likened unto dragons, serpents, which is their actual biblical and Hebraic definition of the word Leviathan, right? In Revelation 17, we see America, the whore, sitting on top of a dragon or a beast or a leviathan, which would be NATO and EU, right? So going back to Isaiah 27:1, God is telling us through the prophet Isaiah that there will be an end time kingdom that will be called a leviathan, that will be called a dragon, that will be called a serpent, and that will be destroyed and will be existing and oppressing us, and we would need to be delivered from this leviathan, and that is none other than America. True Brew Brad. I'm paralyzed and just now finding the truth. God, I believe you have been a major light lately watching the videos. Bless you, brother. Hey, Thawada King, we are glad to be of service. This is our honorable duty to feed the sheep every day with no days off. So Thawada, for your supporting the ministry, King. All praise to the Most High. Pray the Most High work miracles in your life. So everybody hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button. If you're trying to get delivered at a Leviathan, hit that like button. My brother T. Bruce, the Water King, Yahweh, greatly appreciate you as well for the super chat donation. If you're trying to get delivered out of this modern day Leviathan, this end time Leviathan, this eschatological crooked serpent, hit that like button. All praises. So, with that being said, I think YouTube got mad at me because I was talking about YouTube got mad at me when they said that they wouldn't. They said that they wouldn't if we talked about the jab, if we talked about it, the jump shot, right? They said, yeah, right hooks, uppercuts, jabs, head movements. Got to add those words in there to distract the algorithm. But they said they wouldn't get mad about it. I made a post about it saying that it's been a long time since nobody has been unalived from that Steph Curry jump shot. I made a post saying, when has the last time anybody heard somebody being unalived from the Steph Curry jump shot? And they kind of slowed down my algorithm and stuff like that. So they try to say we could come out and talk about it now. They're saying you don't have to get it. They was wrong, and now I can't even talk about it without them, because it should have been 1,000 people on here. I queued this class up. People was already in the chat. But either way, the Most High is going to make the people get this information who he wants to get it. So it's no longer in my hands. I just do the work, put it out in the universe, and let the Most High water the plants, right? I'm gonna put a link out there for any questions, comments, or smoke. Let's put a link out there for any questions, comments, or smoke. We ain't done that in a while. So let's see what we got. Let's go fishing. I did see Berean last night. I want to do a response video to that. Faithful to Satan is so horrible in the Bible. It's just ridiculous. Brother Daweed, I believe so. Is Isaiah 18 talking about the transatlantic slave trade? Cecilia Robinson, the water, greatly appreciate you for the super chat. Ak Bravo, yes, sir. No. Isaiah 18 is not talking about the transatlantic slave trade. Malak Israel, the water for dropping that dub on the ministry. Bless you, King. Just know that's right. I think Isaiah 18 is talking about Nebuchadnezzar destroying the Ethiopians. I'm so hungry, y'all. I gotta have a smoothie and some salad. And I know I'm gonna start breaking out. For some reason I just found out I'm allergic to tomatillos. Them green Mexican tomatoes it look like. Watch. So I'm good right now. I'm good right now. When I start eating that, I'm gonna start welting up. But they're so good for you. I'd rather be good internally and welt up externally. I do have the children's Bibles. Hit the email. I do have the children's Bibles. Hit the email. What about Revelation 7 and 15? Oh, they said take out the seeds. Okay, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that. Our brother Keyshawn, Eliah, and Kerry Cavan. The water for keeping that $2 drive alive. Deshaun, what about Revelation 7 and 15? Genesis 3 and 16 doesn't have anything to do with Israel. That's dealing with the man and the woman. That's a good question. Do you think the small hats will be successful in building the third temple? Well, here's the problem, everybody. They don't have control of the temple mound, the temple location. So, no, the Palestinians have control of the temple mound. So they can build a temple, but it won't be the prophetic third temple or the biblical third temple. Yeah, it might be some pesticides in there. You're right. Niggas try to get healthy. You got to deal with chemtrails, pesticides, lead in the water that waters your plants, and all of this great stuff. Israel, grace the water king. How much I greatly appreciate you. Somebody said, I want the smoke. What do you want the smoke on? And why don't you have a face on your name? Question, I want to know how I'm an Israelite. I also have issues with believing some of the stories in the Old Testament. Could you prove some of the key events so I can grasp a better understanding? I have a video. I have a video on particular scientists proving a lot of the events in the Bible. So shoot me an email. I don't even know where that's at though. I'll find it though. Shoot me an email, sakariseattle@gmail.com. sakariseattle@gmail.com. Kentrell, hit the Cash App if you want to. Hit the Cash App if you want to. Hit the Cash App if you like. It's on the screen. Is the accuser, this is a good question. Is the accuser in Revelation 12 and 20 talking about Satan? Okay, let's see. I think, let me see. You said there ain't no verse 20 in Revelation 12. There ain't no verse 20 in Revelation 12. 12 and 10. You keep getting it wrong. Keeps the brothers cast down what you accuse from. Yeah, so this is talking about Satan. But what does it mean by him getting cast down? Man, his agenda, his plot to destroy the Israelites. So that's how Satan is cast down, meaning his mission was thwarted by the Most High and the angels, or from our vantage point, because they're not fighting against each other, but from our vantage point, his mission is to uh, deter us from getting favor with the Most High. So that's how he'll go before him and accuse us. Look at what the Israelites are doing. Why are you going to save them? They're doing this. They're being wicked. So he is going to be brought out of power. Why? Because the whole world will be righteous, because the Israelites will be ruling. Free lifer. Questions, comments, smoke. What's going on?
What it is?
What's up, brother? What's going on?
Shalom. Coolin'. Yeah, your chat was coming at my neck for real because something I said. Basically, what I was saying was, when you was going into Revelations, you had spoke on the old serpent, and I noticed like you noticed the details with, well, all y'all like notice the details on certain scriptures, but like for instance, Obadiah. Like I don't know if you're familiar with how you pronounce Teman, Teman.
Yeah.
Taman, Teman, whatever. Did y'all ever like go into Teman, or like what that is, or you feel me, like the details about Teman, like exactly who that is?
Well, we just know that they're Edomites, and the Edomites are Caucasians, so we don't know exactly who the Temanites are. We know that the Amalekites are those Ashkenazi.
Right. So yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, I already know y'all stance for real. It just certain shit I don't really I don't know. It's hard to I ain't gonna say like grasp everything because I agree with a lot of y'all teachers. I learned a lot from y'all, but it's just certain little things that I feel like could be looked into deeper. So that's one of them for real. But that's all I wanted for real.
All right, brother. How's that Baltimore treating you?
Yeah, it be cool, man. Be cool.
Oh, praises. Be more in the building.
All right.
All right, shalom, King. Baltimore in the building. Baltimore. All right, next person, Terry Davis.
Yo,
What's going on, brother?
hey, what's going on, Dink? You see me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, look here. I do have a question. You know, I've been listening to a lot of counts, right? Hey, but sorry, but the question I got is when you learn the truth, do you still got to work for the white man? Some people say you don't hold to work for the white man. Some people say we do because we under the curse. So I'm trying to get some clarity.
Well, the curses, if you're under the curses, then you will be working for, generally, some people are fortunate. Very few of us are fortunate to be able to work for ourselves or work for our people. But
Yeah.
generally under the curses, it says you would go to the heathen in want of all things, in want of a job, in want of some food, in want of a car, in want of some clothes. So we
Okay.
will,
Okay.
yeah,
Because really they own everything.
right, exactly.
Well, really, I'm at work right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I do know who I am because of my wife. My wife opened my eyes up. She showed me the truth. So I'm thankful for that.
All praises to that powerful sister.
Yeah. Hey, D, hey, I sure appreciate it, brother.
All
I
right,
sure appreciate it.
no problem.
All right, brother. All right,
Anytime,
all right, brother.
anytime.
All right.
Shalom. Okay, it's time for me to get some food in my system. I hope y'all were fed. I hope y'all were led. And make sure you tune in to Sakari's main channel in about a hot 30. Tune in to Chief Priest, aka Gorilla Hebrew. And I'm going to end this by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. We do so by Shema Mashiach Yahushai. John 14:2. In my house are many mansions. I'll answer that last one. In my house are many mansions. Meaning what? Glorified bodies. Ever a mansion is a house or a tabernacle. The scriptures call them everlasting tabernacles. So with that, peace, blessings, and shalom.